Hi, welcome back to the Event House channel, your home for all things hospitality. I'm your host, Jill Goldfine. I'm so glad you're here for this video. We are featuring two of my favorite charitable organizations today. Maybe some of you have heard of World Central Kitchen. Master Chef Jose Andre? I'm going to share with you all about their incredible efforts during the pandemic, and then I'm going to have a panel discussion with folks from the Meeting Industry Fund. You'll meet a longtime board member who has dedicated so much of his heart and soul to this cause, as well as a recipient of a grant when she was in need during 2020. Stick around to hear how these groups inspire us. So let's get started. Washington, D.C. based and internationally acclaimed executive chef Jose Andre started World Central Kitchen in 2010. Here are his own words of the mission.
I'm enjoying a good time with my family on a beautiful island on a vacation, and all of a sudden I'm like, man, take a look at that disaster.
Right.
I didn't go immediately, but very much few weeks later, I landed in Dominican Republic. I drove to Haiti with one simple intention. First, to learn, because to help, you must learn how help must be provided. But for me, it was the beginning of the creation of World Central Kitchen that was very simple. To bring together the power of the food people of the world, restaurants, chefs, food people, farmers, to make sure that we will be able to answer to emergencies quick and fast. At the very beginning, when there is destruction, used to think like you can give people food is used very naive. When it's destruction means that the homes are destroyed, there is no clean water, there is probably no gas, people are probably in distress looking for loved ones. When chaos happens, you cannot give people just dry beans and expect that that's all you can do. At the very beginning, it's very important that you move away the problem of where the food is coming from, where the water is coming from. This is one less problem that they have to handle. So that's what we do. We arrive, we see the situation, we start feeding people using whatever possibilities we have in the places we go. Every situation has a different response. I never imagined that we would have something like this, but we knew that America, as great of a country we have, it's a lot of people that they are living under the poverty line.
Just like everyone else, World Central Kitchen never could have predicted the monumental devastation that the 2020 pandemic caused. So, just as they do, World Central Kitchen created Chefs for America and immediately connected with school systems, food banks, and an army of volunteers to reach families and isolated seniors who rely on those resources, as well as medical personnel on the front lines. They packaged meals for pickup and delivery, all while adhering to new COVID safety protocols. The pandemic effects spiraled quickly for so many people, including within their own industry. People with good jobs and great skills, all affected by hotels and restaurants being shut down, leaving them with no kitchens open for business. So, Restaurants for the People was created. This program is dedicated to supporting small, local restaurants and delivering that freshly cooked food to those in need. Restaurants for the People works with local governments to determine the target areas in need, then contributes weekly funds to local restaurants in those areas to rehire staff and buy local produce. Then maps are created for a concise delivery network to distribute those meals. This amazing chain of events helps with getting these businesses back on their feet while helping the community at the same time. In the last year, World Central Kitchen has distributed 35 million meals in 400 cities, involved over 2,500 restaurants in their network, and contributed $135 million to those restaurants. If you would like to donate to their amazing efforts to help all of our neighbors, please go to wck.org. And now I'd like to introduce you to the Meetings Industry Fund. This grant program was set up to help colleagues in the meeting industry during medical illnesses, emergencies, and disasters. But wow, this pandemic is the mother of all disasters. Today is a really special interview. The Event House vlog is always about sharing good news, but today's panel is about good news that can benefit you. I'll be talking to the Meetings Industry Fund. This is a remarkable resource for anyone in hospitality who needs some financial assistance. While the Meetings Industry Fund has been around since 2015, it's relevant now more than ever. Stay tuned to hear more about the fund from a longtime board member as well as a recipient of the aid. Thank you so much for being here. I have David Geiger and Febra Dixon. So thank you so much. David joins us as a board member of the Meetings Industry Fund, and Febra joins us as a recipient of money from the fund. I'd like to start with Febra at first, if I might. If you could give us a little bit about your professional background.
Well, I have almost 3 decades in the meetings industry. I have served on the hotel side for a short period of time, but I've spent most of my time as a meeting planner, a meeting professional.
Good, good, good. And David?
My background is all one, retired with 46 years with Hilton Worldwide. My last job with them was kind of a unique position that involves some major national account management, association accounts, as well as an industry relations role. So to your question on the Meetings Industry Fund, we were founded by some good souls back years ago that had a good idea to help people in crisis, and a lot to rebrand it and kind of streamline and more governance and lots of good stuff. And we're now very proud of how it's grown so well.
So Febra, 2020 came and what happened to your position?
I was just a little bit before 2020, but in a position that many people are in between jobs and running out of money, frankly. And I saw Dave with one of those shirts like he has on right now. I said, well, let me seek them out and see if I can get some help, because I contributed a lot to my industry and I just wanted to just get over the hump so I can get to the next job.
That is great.
Fortunately, they were right there for me. Right after that, I got a new position.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Everything turned out perfectly as it should. And I was so happy. And I was able to make a small contribution back to them myself.
Oh, isn't that amazing? Tell me a little bit about the application and review process and what a turnaround time might look like.
Applications are self-explanatory on themeetingsindustryfund.org, at our website, themeetingsindustryfund.org. And once the application is filed to our website, it goes to our grants review, one of our board members who oversees the grants review committee. And then they give a thumbs up, thumbs down. There's certain criteria has to be met. And then they come to the board for final approval, and then we try to turn the check around as quickly as possible.
It's my understanding that the eligibility is for, in general, for anyone in the actual meetings industry.
People are actually doing something related to the execution of meetings, whether it's booking, servicing, providing, etc.
Okay, yeah, that's fantastic. And Febra, did you find that the turnaround time was pretty quick and a seamless process?
It was so much faster than I expected.
Oh, good.
You want it known out there that we have money to help people that need help.
Oh, well, good. Well, I hope that people realize that it is completely anonymous, and to please not be shy about reaching out to the website directly. Not everybody has to go on YouTube to broadcast this, but we certainly thank Febra for doing that. You also, David, alluded to the donors and the sponsors. Of course, there are wonderful individuals like Febra who have given back, and I'm sure many others, but you do have some larger sponsors.
Frankly, it's all important. You know, that the $20 donations add up. Febra and others have seen us at golf tournaments where Freeman and others will give us a hole to be there to talk about MIF and to raise money. And we'll get donations at a golf course from $20 this person and $50 that person. But We also get grants. We got a big one today. I won't name names, from a major travel company for $2,500.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yay.
And
Congratulations.
it thrills us. So it continues.
That
And
is
there's a lot of good people donating, and it really makes a difference.
absolutely. I'm really glad to hear that. Well, thank you all so much for being here. The Meetings Industry Fund is such an amazing program, and I'm so happy to be spreading the word of their resources. If you could use a financial grant to get you back on track, please reach out to them anonymously for an application at themeetingsindustryfund.org. We are so lucky to be in this great industry. Our colleagues are so resilient. I hope these two programs have inspired you to give back with your time, expertise, and donations. We're all so hopeful for a full recovery from the pandemic. And in the meantime, it's great to know there are these resources available to get us through. Both charity links are listed in the description box below. If you're watching this video on a computer, click Show More under this video display. If you're watching this video on your phone or a tablet, then click the right down arrow button on the right-hand side. Thanks for watching. See you next week.